Hello there, this is the Live Action Man. Tired of jerking off all day? How about playing some video games instead? Let's take a look at the 15 of the best local co-op games that'll bring that couch gaming magic back. Are you ready? So let's dive in. First on the list is Takes Two. If you haven't played this, I honestly don't know what you're waiting for. It's a game that's designed for two people, and the entire experience is a whirlwind of puzzles, platforming, and mind-blowing mechanics. The story is about a couple who get turned into dolls, dolls, and they have to work together to fix their broken relationship. I know it sounds wacky, but the gameplay is solid, and actually has some real heart to it. It's fun, funny, and surprisingly emotional. Definitely one of the best co-op experiences that I had in a while. Next, if you're into the whole co-op only thing, A Way Out is another banger. It's made by the same folks who did It Takes Two, but this one's a bit more grounded. You and a friend play as two prisoners trying to escape from a high-security prison. It's a mix of action, puzzle solving, and even some emotional story beats that'll keep you hooked. The whole thing is split screen, so you and your partner can see each other's actions, making it super interactive. If you want something that feels like you're in your own action movie, this is the one. Now let's slow it down with Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This one's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. You control two brothers in a quest to save their dying father. The twist is you control them both at the same time, one with each thumbstick. It sounds weird, but it actually feels pretty natural once you get into it. The remake just got an update with way better graphics and an awesome soundtrack that makes this game feel fresh again. It's one of those games that will stay with you long after the credits roll. If you want something tougher, Outward is where you want to go. This game is brutal. It's an RPG, but it doesn't hold your hand at all, brother. You and your co-op partner are thrown into a world full of monsters, harsh environments, and the constant need to survive. You'll be battling hunger, thirst, diseases, and all kinds of deadly creatures. And here's the kicker. You start the game in debt, just like in real life. So if you're looking for a game that's all about surviving the toughest of conditions with a friend, Outward will definitely test you. Now, if you just want to have a blast without taking things too seriously, Ultimate Chicken Horse is the game for you. It's a platformer, but here's the fun twist. You and your friends get to build the level as you play. You can set traps, throw obstacles in each other's way, and just mess with each other in the most ridiculous ways. It's chaotic, it's hilarious, and not two rounds are ever the same. If you want the game that's just pure, unfiltered fun, this one's a no-brainer. If you're in the mood for some classic Call of Duty action, Black Ops Cold War is the way to go. You'll get everything you want. Shooting, explosions, zombies. The campaign's fun, but honestly, the zombie mode is where the real action is. There's just something satisfying about teaming up with a friend, mowing down zombies, and trying to make it to the next wave. Plus, the split-screen co-op works great here, so you and your buddy can dive right in without missing a beat. Let's get a little cyberpunk with The Ascent. This one's top-down RPG set in a neon-soaked dystopian world where corporations rule everything. You and your co-op partner play as mercenaries, trying to survive in a world that's gone to hell. It's action-packed, visually stunning, and has this deep, immersive world that'll pull you right in. If you love that futuristic cyberpunk vibe, you have a blast with The Ascent. And the co-op, it's seamless, brother. If you're more into racing, WRC9, it's a seriously underrated gem. This is rally racing at its finest. No flashy boosts or crazy power-ups here. It's all about precision, driving, working together to tackle tough, muddy, and snow-covered tracks. The split-screen mode lets you race side by side, and trust me, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's not just about going fast, it's about surviving the course. If you're into real hardcore racing, WRC9 delivers. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about Stardew Valley, the ultimate cozy game. It's a farming sim, but it's so much more than that. You and your partner can grow crops, raise animals, mine for resources, and even fight monsters. It's one of those games that's easy to sink hours into without realizing. The 1.5 update made split-screen co-op a thing, so now you and your friend can chill together and run a farm, and just enjoy the slow pace. If you need a break from intense shooters or fast-paced action, this is the perfect change of pace. For the shoot and loot fans, Borderlands 3 is a blast. It's chaotic, it's hilarious, and it's all about finding the best gear while shooting the hell out of everything in sight. The game's got tons of weapons, hilarious characters, but not really though. Plus, the split-screen co-op lets you dive right in with a friend. Whether you're exploring new planets or taking on crazy bosses, Borderlands 3 will keep you hooked. If you're a fan of the old-school beat-em-ups, Streets of Rage 4 is a great return to the form. It feels like you're playing a 90s classic, but with modern touches. The combat is so smooth, the levels are fun, and there's a good mix of nostalgia and fresh content. It's perfect for a quick co-op session when you just want to punch through some bad guys and enjoy the ride. If you love beat-em-ups, you get a kick out of this one for sure. Let's talk about Cuphead, because this one's a trip. It's brutal, frustrating, and beautiful all at once. The art style looks like something straight out of a 1930s cartoon, and the bosses are ridiculously tough. But here's the thing, when you're playing it with a friend, all the rage and frustration turns into hilarious moments. You die a lot, but there's something so rewarding about finally beating a boss. It's challenging, but in the best way. If you're into tough games without a ton of charm, Cuphead is the one. Looking for something with more strategy, For the King is a solid pick. It's a turn-based RPG where you and your friends are tasked with saving the kingdom. Each playthrough is different, thanks to procedural generation, so it's always fresh. You have to strategize every move, whether you're battling monsters or exploring the world. If you like games that make you think a little bit more, there's one's for you. I gotta talk about UNRAILED. It's a hot mess, but it's awesome. You and your friends are tasked with building a railroad through randomly generated worlds. The catch? The train never stops. You've got to gather resources, lay down tracks, and make sure the train doesn't derail, all while dealing with obstacles that make things even harder. It's a fast-paced, chaotic, but a ton of fun. If you're looking for something that'll have you yelling at your friends in the best way possible, UNRAILED is just perfect. And finally, we have Gears 5. If you like your co-op with a side of blood and explosions, this one's a no-brainer. Whether you're battling through the campaign or facing wave after wave of enemies in horde mode, the action is intense. The shooting mechanics are tight, so tight. The story is gripping, and the world is brutal. If you got a friend who loves shooters and intense action, Gears 5 will keep you both glued to the screen. So, which games are you gonna pick first? There's something here for everyone. Whether you're into intense shooters, relaxed farm sims, or chaotic platformers, if you like this list, if you do like this video and press the like button, I will personally donate and deliver 3 sick jet skis right to your doorstep with 3 beautiful blonde women who'll be yours forever. They will always smile, never complain. And the surprise, one of them has a dick. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.